Welcome back to the Art of Hitting Club. We got a good one for you today. Enjoy. Don't forget to hit subscribe.
This morning, I'm going to bring up a challenge to the Art of Hitting Club. What would you all say if I said I could show you an exercise that could increase your strength, your stability, which is definitely critical to seniors in their legs, their lower back. There's examples of people 100 years old with flexibility like a 60-year-old. This exercise will align your body better, meaning it'll make you more flexible. These 100-year-olds are flexible. It activates your hormonal glands, your moods, your growth development, repair, increases your energy, and helps relax your body and mind. Tibetan monks have done this. This is not new to anybody in the martial arts. It's a martial arts stance. Now that said, I think I knew a lot about a lot, but every week I'm learning more stuff I've never heard of. And this exercise is called the horse stance. And I'm going to challenge my group to do the horse stance for 30 days. And if you want to get involved in this as subscribers, if you take the challenge and whatever your outcome at the end, make a little clip, send it to me, and I'll put it in my recap clip. So let's see what the club has to say about it.
Exercise you need to try. Shaolin monks train this movement to build a bulletproof body and mental toughness. Discover why horse stance is the best kept secret in modern day fitness.
Okay guys, get over here together. Well, let's see all I'm gonna introduce something to you called You're Not Close Enough. My camera's not that wide. These are, I think somebody just walked up, but what do we got? 2, 4, 6. We got 7 people, and I'm gonna make a challenge to the Art of Hitting Club, and I guess we'll call it the Horse Stance Challenge. Now, I just explained to the guys what the horse stance was all about, and I want Phil to get out here and show them, because what we're going to do for 30 days is do this on their own, at their own leisure. If they say, I ain't going to do it, that's up to you guys, but I'd appreciate if you would, and then report back after 30 days. Phil, you had a lot of experience with the horse stance, right?
Yes, I did.
Tell me why.
Okay, in martial arts, it's one of your basic stances for being solid, to build up your muscles in your hams and your feet in the calves. It's a good leg muscle, below the waist muscle.
Now, I can tell you this, folks out there, some of you may not know Phil, but he is one of the best outfitters in the 75 and over. And I'm going to say that when we were young guys, I was probably at least as good as Phil. Now I can't hold his proverbial jock strap, but that's because, yeah, well, maybe literally I could, but don't want to.
I wear it backwards
but the guy can do everything he could do when he was a younger man, and I believe from the research I've been doing on the horse stance that that's a contributing factor among other things.
Yeah.
Maybe the 6-pack of beer you drink every day, but
that's keep body liquefied.
Actually, folks, it does the reverse. So the guy is amazing. Okay, let's show us the horse stance, bud.
Basically, in martial arts, might be different what you guys seen. It's basically you just spread your feet a little bit more the shoulder width apart. Is all it is. You can turn your feet out or toes in. Anytime you're doing it, when you turn your toes in, you're working the back, the ankles, and that part of the body and stuff like that. Basically, though, start out feet apart, and it's just like riding a horse, except you're going to bend down
and pull it in, right?
You want to be down here. You put your hands on your hip, keep your back straight. And you sit this way until it starts to burn. Count it. Could be 30 seconds, could be a minute, could be whatever. And then every day, or however many times a week you're going to do this, you just progress on it.
Okay, you guys try it now here. You guys get down like that, and
you don't want your butt to go below, because then you're losing the whole concept of building the muscle. Yeah. Try to keep the back straight up as much as you can.
Back.
Because you're working all kinds of muscles doing that. It's a simple little stroke right here. And this is one, when you stand, when we did it in class and stuff, it was a verbal punch position.
There's a lot of variations out there on the internet. Wim Hof, the ice guy, he's got so you stop really quick. You can get up, guys, now. But I'm going to put along with Phil. Now he set his toes in. There's a guy out there talking about if you got bad knees that you can do toes out to
whatever's comfortable for your body. Yeah.
So
you don't want to hurt yourself doing it.
Let's get it on, boys. We did enough of this, and we'll okay. Phil, what were you telling me about what you forgot to say?
Okay, what we're talking about, the horse riding stance, and once you get in position here, you feel that burn up in the quads and everything else and everything like that. Is once it starts burning, you figure, well, geez, I need a break from this thing. Don't quit and walk away from that. Just come back up straight.
But now, don't you try to get through that burn as much as you can?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's going to burn. Yeah. In fact, you want to
stay there as long as you can.
Once you feel that burn, you just want to continue on. Time yourself. How long can you do it? Do a count, whatever you want to do.
Okay,
come back, and eventually, after 10 days, 2 weeks, you're going to be surprised yourself. You do it.
Okay. Hey, just so we get correct information out there, Phil did a good job, but there's other variations, and I'm going to show some clips from a couple guys I saw on the internet to give you a little more information. Basically the same, but just expands it a little bit.
To this one,
enjoy.
But let's get into how to do the horse stance correctly. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the distance between the feet. So what I think most people can benefit from is a 5-step Mabu. There are 2 ways to measure the distance. The first way would be from feet together. You're going to go heel out, toe out, heel out, toe out, heel out. That is 5 steps. That'll be your distance for the Mabu. The second way that you can do it is you're going to use both heels and both toes. So both heel out, both toe out, both heel out, both toe out, both heel out. So that's 5 steps as well. Both have a different distance, but you're going to do it for yourself. So choose one of these methods to measure and keep it consistent over your course of developing the Mabu. And as you go over, we can go over how to progress it. Now we know how much distance we should cover. Now I want to talk about the position of the feet. So a lot of people say the feet need to stay forward, and a lot of people say the feet need to come out. I think that both are okay. If you have no knee pain, I would recommend the foot facing forward. If you have knee pain, you can face the foot out just a tiny bit, and this will relieve most, or if not all, of the knee pain that you have. So if you can, foot forward. If you have some pain, put the foot out. Both are completely fine. Next, we're going to talk about the position of the hip. So there are 2 positions of the hip. One is anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt is where the butt will stick out. And 2 is posterior pelvic tilt, where you tuck the butt under. We want to do the posterior pelvic tilt where we tuck the butt under. Next is on the position of the arms. We want the arms to be straight out in front of us. The reason is it's actually easier to hold the Mabu because you have a counterbalance with the arms, but we don't want to have too much tension in the arms. So when you're preparing the arms, you want the arms straight out in front of you. You want the shoulder protracted forward, but the chest to be relaxed. You want the elbow broken, and you want the wrist broken, and the fingers relaxed out in front of you. And it should look like you're holding a big ball of air. Okay, now. And the last position we're going to talk about is how deep you should go in the Mabu, in the horse stance. So we're going to use this stick here to measure how deep we should go. We want our hips and our knees in the same line as with each other. Okay, and this is hard to measure if you don't have somebody talking to you and saying go lower, go higher. So we use a stick to measure. You're going to place the stick in the middle of your quad, and you're going to balance the stick there, and the stick should not move. If you go too deep in the Mabu, in the horse stance, the stick is going to fall into your hip. If you go too high in the horse stance, the stick is going to roll towards your knee and then fall towards the ground. So you want to keep it in the middle of the quad, and you will know you are deep enough and not too high, not too deep.
balance at the ground. Isometric exercises go beyond conditioning the body. They also have the power to strengthen the mind. In the past, as a beginner, I struggled so much with poor flexibility. I'm someone who could never touch their toes. Sitting in an ass to grass squat was pretty much impossible. With a modern sedentary life, with lots of sitting and a lack of movement, it left my joints stiff and my muscles tight. I'd always use the excuse of being a muscle-bound meathead, blaming my size for my poor flexibility. I'm big, I'm a guy, I don't have time, I didn't stretch as a kid. All limiting beliefs. I spent so much time trying different stretches in a desperate attempt to become flexible, but the results didn't last. The horse stance completely changed how I train flexibility. Weighted stretching is one of the most powerful ways to increase range of motion. By overcoming resistance, the body gains strength at length in the deep stretch. The isometric is where the real magic happens. Holding this deep squat really challenges your body to transform like never before. Begin using a 5-step squat with feet together, toes out, heels out, toes out, heels out, toes out. Squat down to 90 degrees so the hip crease is below the knees. Keep your back straight with a proud chest posture. Tilt the pelvis anteriorly to create space within the hip socket. Drive the hips back and push the knees out to load your legs. Congrats, you're doing a horse stance.
Yeah, this video I'm
Now
putting
the real
together
fun
on the
begins.
horse stance is in my category of keeping the old man out. This is certainly a great way to keep the old man out. That's a category I want to keep focusing on my channel. It'll also help you as a softball player, but if you can pass that on to even your wife, I mean, having my wife even do this, because falling as an older person is very dangerous. I think you lose 8 years off of your life when you have fallen and break something. You get, in average speaking in generalities, 8 years will come off your life according to the data that I've been hearing. So it's all good. You're definitely going to help your game be more flexible. So please enjoy, and let me know if you're going to do the challenge. Just hit subscribe and say I'm in on the comments. Now, before you get in that horse stance, make sure you subscribe. Have a great day.